Good evening. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Michael Armitage, the Executive Director of the Calhoun County Consolidated Dispatch Authority. I appreciate everybody coming out on this very important occasion where we're celebrating the implementation of our new radio system for police, fire, and EMS here in Calhoun County. This project was very important going back just several years ago. Our radio system, it was an analog system that the fire departments were using, and it was failing. And when I say failing, that means there was times where first responders weren't able to get their calls, they weren't able to communicate with each other, and we had multiple radio systems where police officers were on a different radio system than fire and EMS. And this project solved those challenges by building a system that's redundant, that brings police, fire, and EMS onto one radio platform, and partners with the state in the MPSCS system, which is a statewide public safety radio system, where we could reuse existing infrastructure such as the tower behind us, which saves us cost on having to build towers where we built 4 towers and use 2 of the state's existing towers. So that partnership, both at the state level and at the local level between all of our responding agencies, really made this project a success. I want to talk about the impact of the project. It comes out of the voter-approved millage, 911 millage, back in 2022. And this project is an $18 million investment in infrastructure for public safety in our county. It results in over 1,000 radios being distributed to police, fire, and EMS, and also about 450 pagers for fire departments. So it is a huge... It has huge implications for not only the first responder community, but those of us that rely on them. With that, I would like to first start by introducing our Vice Chairman of our Governing Board, Mr. Ryan Harvey, to talk about the commitments, again, from the board and the governing body regarding this project.
Thank you, Director. Like the Director said, when we began with this project, it was quite a daunting task, not only from the inception to be able to write the language to get on the ballot, but then soliciting the votes to get this ballot initiative passed in 2022. And without that, this project would not have been possible. I would like to commend the voters of Calhoun County for standing behind our first responders and passing this millage and making this all very possible. Without them, this would not have happened. So congratulations to the entirety of Calhoun County for making this possible. I appreciate that very much. Once that was done, really the heavy lifting just began at that point. All the way from the governing board coming up with policies and procedures, the TAC committee that is involved doing the same, radio implementation, and then overseeing some of the things that needed to happen to make this all possible. I want to thank Michael for all of his work and his entire team, not to mention all of the dispatchers in the center for doing their fine job on a daily basis to make sure that all of our responders come home safe every day.
Thank you, Ryan. And you mentioned all the people that it takes to make a project like this happen. Another group of people that amaze me in this whole project are the construction workers that actually work on these towers. Just earlier today, on this tower behind us, we had people climbing to remove microwave dishes. They're actually putting their lives on the line as well by climbing these structures, building these structures, and it's just a phenomenal process that goes into being able to, again, bring this project to fruition. So with that, I'd like to turn this over to Mr. Brad Stoddard from the MPSCS.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you for the opportunity. No doubt our partners at the local level. I am Brad Stoddard with the Office of Michigan's Public Safety Communications System. This is one of our towers that is behind us. As Mike identified, the success in these projects really starts at the local level, just as Ryan identified as well as the voters. It's the opportunities like this where the tax dollars that have been invested in the state can be reinvested again at the local level to expand interoperability and capabilities for all of public safety, from the fire service, law enforcement, emergency medical service, emergency management, and all the other users of these systems. They're not only used during blue sky days, but also during those dark sky days as well. The interoperability that Mike identified, not only with the towers within the county, but also adjacent counties that have the existing statewide towers, the MPSCS, provides cross-border interoperability as the first responders are providing mutual aid into other communities. It's showing the value of a single statewide system, but taking advantage of it right here at Calhoun County. The success of these systems, again, is based not only from the ideas of public safety at the most local level, identify where their needs are, but from those business requirements of needs, and then it drives everyone else to design and then construct a system like this. The team of the Michigan's Public Safety Communication System is a robust team of experts, from the tower crew to the engineers, the radio personnel in the field. We're not only at the front end of the system, but all the way through to support of the system for the years this county-wide system be in place. We'll partner with the county and ensure that the solutions that they put in today will be working 30 years from now. And that's the other success for us, is this might be a new solution for Calhoun County today. This is actually the 30-year anniversary of the MPSCS, the state of Michigan. So what we see as a success in this county is based on 30 years of experience, 30 years of knowledge from your peers from around the state, to see the solutions that you envisioned that work successfully day in and day out. So with that, we appreciate this opportunity to partner with you today and again well in the future. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Brad. And I want to take a moment to also acknowledge Brad's crew, the whole MPSCS staff that has been vital to making this project successful. Also, we have representatives from Motorola, from County Board, our governing board, and first responders across the county. So thank you. This time I'd like to turn it over to Lieutenant Tony Geigle from Emmet Township. He has played a vital role in the policy side of this and really bringing this vision to fruition.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for joining us today for what I truly believe is a milestone moment in public safety for Calhoun County. We're proud to officially launch our new public safety communications network, a system designed not just with today in mind, but with the future of emergency response at the heart of its mission. This moment marks more than just the implementation of new technology. It represents progress, preparation, and a renewed commitment to protecting the lives and property of the people we serve. For years, we've operated under systems that did their job, but in today's world, doing the job isn't enough. When emergencies happen, whether it's a structure fire, an active threat, a severe weather event, or multi-agency response, we cannot afford delays, confusion, or gaps in communication. This new network changes all that. It connects our law enforcement, fire, EMS, and emergency management teams with real-time, interoperable, resilient communication. It breaks down the walls. It ensures that no matter the agency, no matter the badge or the patch, we speak the same language on the same line, fast, clean, and without fail. Across our county, we know the value of teamwork, whether it's a multi-agency response, a structured fire in one of our communities, a missing person, or a critical EMS call. Our responders step up, often together, with little time and no room for error. This new communications network gives us what we've long needed. One system, one team, one mission. This upgrade isn't just about technology, it's about trust. It's about making sure that when law enforcement, fire, EMS, and dispatchers go to work, they are better connected, better informed, and better protected. For Calhoun County, this means improved coverage and clarity across rural and urban areas alike, interoperability between all agencies, regardless of jurisdiction or discipline, resilience during large-scale incidents, disasters, or critical failures, so above all, fast response times, and greater situational awareness when seconds matter most. I want to recognize the incredible collaboration it took to make this happen, our partner agencies, our technical teams, and especially our first responders. You've not only embraced this change, but you've helped shape it. This system was built with input from people on the ground, in the cruisers, on the hose lines, and behind the headsets. From our emergency management teams to local chiefs and department heads, our technical partners, our 911 communications center, and the frontline responders helped shape this system to meet real-world needs. I want to thank our elected officials and community leaders for supporting this investment in safety, readiness, and coordination. And especially for the citizens of Calhoun County, we cannot thank you all enough. This is essentially your system. Without the support of the millage that made all this possible, we most likely would not be standing here today. With your help and partnership, this new network is an example of working to ensure that when you call for help, we're coordinated, equipped, and ready. This isn't just about radios and towers, it's about people. It's about making sure that when someone in Calhoun County dials 911, they can trust that help is not just coming, but it's coming fast, prepared, and united. So today, as we flip the switch on this new network, we're not just upgrading communications, we're upgrading readiness. And we reaffirm that when it comes to public safety, we lead from the front and together. Thank you.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Before we do our first call on the radio system, I want to take a moment to recognize those that cannot be here today, which is our 911 operators, our first responders that answer those calls, give pre-arrival instructions, and are the ones that coordinate communications in an emergency. We look at 911 as a communication ecosystem, right? There's the piece of getting the 911 call to the 911 center, and then being able to get that information from the 911 center then to our first responder. So they do an incredible job. It's amazing work that they do behind the headset, and they are part of our public safety community. So with that, I would like to give our ceremonial first call on our radio system. (9101) to dispatch for a first call on our MPSCS simulcast system.
Congratulations, Calhoun County, on your first call. Calhoun Dispatch is clear at 1360.
And that is the reliable, clear communication that our first responders now can rely on every day in the field. So with that, I do thank you for coming out to our event, and we'll be around if anybody has any questions afterwards. Thank you.